Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're doing something a little special tonight. We are going to do a little Q&A, get to know the wonderful co-hosts of our new show coming up on the channel, What Streams May Come. It premieres August 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, words and things. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Anyways, I am here with the lovely Jessica Skellington and Finn Archer. And not only are they just two wonderful people who have a love for Shakespeare and started this whole shebang, but they are two of my dearest friends, and I'm so excited to be working with you guys to get this show up and running and get it put together. How are you?
Oh, we're doing well. We're very excited to be doing this.
Yeah, you both look fantastic. So,
thank you, darling.
Well, I'll just ask the question right out the gate. Are we gonna get to see a little bit of the fun costume action during the show?
I mean, I plan to be dressed like this every time we stream.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
Because you both look fabulous.
this is my actual, skeleton jacket, and
I
think it looks pretty nice.
I think it looks so nice. So, oh man. So how are you guys? I know we've been doing a lot of prep, and we've been prepping this thing for over a month at this point.
Yeah.
And I know we're just kind of like counting down the days to August 8th. So how are we feeling? Are we feeling pretty good about what we're gonna be bringing to everybody?
I feel great.
Do one of you guys want to explain what exactly What Streams May Come is? And then if the other one, because I know y'all like to do a lot of back and forth, if the other one wants to take, how it kind of came to be, because it's a fun story, and just kind of tell us a little bit about what it is and where it came from.
Okay, so what this show is that we can't do theater with each other anymore. Not right now.
In person, yeah.
In person. So we have been trying to utilize Zoom to scratch that itch and read plays to each other and just try to get that dramatic flair going again. And we realized, wow, we don't have to wait for a director or a producer or a theater to choose a script, set a date, set auditions, and go through the whole process. We just pick what we want to do and go for it. And there was something so freeing about that that we said, let's take it to Twitch. And thankfully,
yeah,
you have just the channel to start on.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
As for how we got started doing this, Jess actually was doing it for just a little bit longer than when I jumped on board, so I'll let Jess take where this whole idea started in the first place.
Tell us, Jess.
Right.
Tell us all about it.
I will. So another friend of mine from our community theater had started putting up Facebook evites for reading Shakespeare over Zoom meetings. And so just be a lot of us that this person knew in real life. We'd all hop on, we'd grab something to drink, something to eat. We would read Shakespeare. And when they decided that they didn't have the time for it anymore, Finn actually sent me a text and said, hey, what if we started our own? And so we did. And we took it in a little bit of a different direction than what the original creator or the original person did. In that we do everything completely random. So Finn and I choose the play, and then I create a Facebook invite and we email out to the people, like, this is what we're doing, this is when we're doing it. And so then they sign up. We have a spreadsheet that we keep all the names and contact information in. And then once they say we're in, we put them in a random generator on sheets and spit out the names. And so that's how it came to be. And it's become a hilarious mix of talent. We know some very talented people. We've had people bring in very talented people just to come do these private readings with us. What's fun is that one of our members actually seems like he is never cast as a man in our shows. Like he's always cast as some kind of female,
Yes.
which is brilliant because this actor is particularly talented as far as making people laugh both on stage and on the Zoom calls. And it's just become a kind of a running gag, like, oh, no, he got cast as a man. How'd that happen? That's not supposed to happen. And then, yeah, one of our older members who I've known for, I think, going on 5 years now, he's no longer able to do theater due to health reasons. And he said, this is so fun. Have you ever considered putting it up online? And at the time we were like, I don't know about that. Like, it's just kind of a thing for us, just kind of do. And then I was literally driving home one day and called Finn and said, let's do it. Like, let's just do it. Let's get a hold of Babs and see what is involved. And the rest, they say, is history.
Yeah. No, it's been a really fun journey because I've been a part of the private readings, as we call them. And it's been fun and everything, but of course there's a part of us as performers that kind of crave that live audience.
Mm-hmm.
And while the private readings were super fun, it gave us a more relaxed environment to where we could just kind of hang out and like shoot the breeze and just kind of relax and be ourselves, but also have fun doing it. Whereas, but at the end of the day, we all miss performing on stage for a live audience. And I think I'm excited to bring it to the online platform with you guys so that we get a little bit of that back with the Twitch chat and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. Do we want to say what our first show is going to be?
Yes, let's go ahead and do that.
Yes.
We
Let's do this.
Figured we'd start with a comedy.
Of course.
And maybe not the one that gets the most press or play all the time. And so we ended up going with what I know is one of Jess's personal favorites. So,
One of mine too.
Jess, let them know. Our first episode will be
12th Night.
Yay! I'm so excited.
So much fun.
And I think Jess, you did this show in high school as well? Or did you do it in college?
No, so shortly after I moved to the state we're in now, it was actually my first show outside of high school.
Okay, got it. This 12th Night was actually my first Shakespeare play, like, ever. My first play ever. My first time performing on stage. It was 12th Night. So,
so
12th
special
Night,
for Beth.
yes, it holds a very special place in my heart.
Yes.
But
What role did you play?
I was Antonio.
Oh, nice.
So right out the gate, like, tomboy me in high school, playing a dude. All good.
That was best day.
It's great. I got to have a sword and everything. It was so much fun. Someone actually dug up photos recently of us doing that play. And I was just like, oh no. Oh no. No.
I'll have to show you the pictures from when I in my little
We'll
fest
need
day
to get our
costume.
hands on this documentation.
No. So we, Jess, you mentioned a little bit that, kind of what the process was for the private readings and how you cast and how you, like, went about bringing people in to be a part of this. Is it kind of the same for how it's going to be for the show, or have you guys tweaked the process a little bit? And do you want to kind of like explain a little bit of the technical side of the show, because it is we don't do things normal around here.
No,
So-
we don't.
What was the name of the channel again?
Yes, chaotic. The chaotic
Yes.
Tiefling channel.
And we'll bring our own little special brand of chaotic to
Yes.
the channel as well. So we wanted to keep what we felt was just intrinsically special about our
Mhm.
private readings. And part of that is just that complete random casting. You could be a a girl playing a boy or vice versa, or you could be playing an old person or a young person. It's that variety that also I think as an actor keeps you on your toes, and gives you that ability to kind of stretch your talents just a little bit more. So we did want to keep that intact, because that is, I think, what makes this so special. The only, I guess, the primary difference, and Finn, let me know if you want to add on, but is that we went to our social media platforms to bring in more people. So up till now, in our private readings, it's all people that we either know or are within a close circle of the people that we know, like our inner circle. So we wanted to be able to expand it out and bring people in from other states, possibly, other countries if we get that far out, and bring that avenue. I've never done this before.
Ooh. Hold on. You're cutting in and out a little bit. If you could lean a little closer to your mic. I don't know what's going on.
Neither. I'm having weird internet connection issues.
You're sounding fine now.
You sound fine now. You said hopefully bringing in from other states, possibly other countries.
Yeah.
And then you kind of faded out after that.
You want to pick up from there?
Sure.
Okay. So we wanted to bring in people possibly from other states, maybe even other countries, and let them have the opportunity to get that little theater bug fed a little bit. Nothing will replace the stage lights or the feel of actually performing in front of a live audience. However, this does kind of mitigate those post-show blues, you could say, that we're all having.
Yes. And
what was surprising was, whereas before we would think, oh, okay, how many people can we double cast in order to make the number of people we had available match the parts? What we did not expect is, once we did open this up on social media, so many people were asking to be a part of the show that we ran out of parts fast. And so we are staying random. We're keeping it random, and no one's being hand chosen for parts or anything like that. It really is the first that the randomizer gives parts to are the first that get invited for parts.
That's awesome.
After that, we are going to be giving a little bit of preferential treatment to those that haven't gotten parts yet for the subsequent shows.
Understandable.
Still gonna be random, but we want to make it to where it's still completely, because chaos is fair. We still want it to be completely random.
Yes.
In terms of nothing about who you are determined which part you got.
Because in theater and acting and even in life, there's so much that, it constitutes on, like, who you are and what you look like and how old you are, and it's just, sometimes it's exhausting. So
you're always subject to the predispositions of whoever is casting. And so we're taking our own predispositions completely out of it. The only thing I would say that we're tweaking from the private shows that we've been doing are some mitigation to make sure that everyone gets a shot.
Right.
Like, it is random, but we're making sure that once you have had your time to perform with us, we're going to let some other people go first before we start, recycling the cast.
Yes. So everyone's going to kind of go on a rotation. And once you get through everybody, then it gets reshuffled, and it's just completely. I know we were hoping for a really great turnout, but I think our turnout was a lot bigger than we expected.
100%.
Oh, yes.
Like, we could have cast this show twice over, I think.
At least.
Probably
2.5.
Yeah.
Shows
which is amazing. But it's one of those things that this show, to me, embodies why I created this production company and this Twitch channel and this platform just in general is it's for the purpose of giving creatives a space to do what they love and to perform. And this show is giving actors like the three of us, not that we are reading in these shows. we are the team behind the shows. We are giving other performers the opportunity to have a platform to get those creative juices flowing and have those moments that we love. And especially if they do it professionally, then they've had to completely stop their job. But I also know that we do have a couple people that are like, I can't physically perform on stage anymore.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love being able to help give that platform to everybody so that everyone feels like they have a place to come and get to do what they love.
And if I could add to that,
Absolutely.
the other side is that there are so many people that just don't experience live theater, even pre-pandemic. Live theater is one of those things that I think is just a lost art. Even just going to a show and appreciating a show is something that few people get the opportunity to do. Either there's nothing available in their area, it's difficult to schedule a time to get to a live show for a lot of people. So unless one of these plays gets made into a movie, they'll never actually watch the movie, or they'll never actually watch the show as it was intended, outside of, their high school lit class where it was probably dry and boring for a lot of us. So this is just another way that, it's very easy. Just log on, join in, and the audience can always have a place to go for some live theater.
Exactly. Because not every place has community theater that you can just go to, but I also feel like sometimes community theater gets a little bit overlooked because it's just not something you think about. When you think about theater, you think about the big theaters where they do national tours, or Broadway, or, stuff like that in the big metro areas, when it's like, you could also have a little community theater right around the street from you that could use some audience members. Granted, everything is closed right now. So
and you could be missing out because you could never know what your community, what a theater in your own community is.
Exactly. I know you guys through community theater. We have an amazing theater that we all perform at. Finn and I did Shrek together last year. The three of us are in the Addams Family together. Hopefully, if that still happens next year. Hopefully. But, Jessica has, she was in the Addams Family at another community theater. You both have done shows at the theater that we all go to. Like, so many shows. It's a part of our lives.
It is.
And it's a wonderful part of our lives. And it gives us the opportunity to share a part of ourselves with other people.
Absolutely.
In a way that you don't normally expect. But then on the flip side, you gain a family whenever you do shows with people.
The audience sees what happens on stage. Backstage life is that is the room where it happens right there.
Bonkers.
That's the tour bus.
Yes. I know.
Well, yeah, because we all go on that journey together. I think that's part of what we all miss is, the blunders, the first read through of the script and saying, okay, this is what we're actually saying, and then actually going through and putting movement to it and emotion, and then you develop these characters over time, and you develop the rapport with the other actors. Your characters therefore then develop that rapport as well, and it does. it's a relationship unlike any other.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so special, because I believe it's one of the most pure forms of a relationship somebody can have is
Absolutely.
actors becoming friends and working together, because you go through so many different phases in such a short period of time. And it's just a beautiful thing, and that's why I love it.
And there's
And we're
also
putting all that into a blender and hitting frappe for you
yeah,
guys.
well,
It's put
sprinkle.
together
You also
quickly.
got to sprinkle a little bit of like adrenaline in there too, because there's just so much of that learning process, and then you're learning and you're learning, and then Tech Week shows up, and Tech Week is always just hectic and frustrating, and you're hoping that this show that you've only run in sections, typically not even the whole show all at once, all comes together in this nice little bow in the week before the show is actually supposed to come on. But there's something fun about that. I thrive during Tech Week. I love the chaos.
Tech Week.
Maybe that's why Chaotic Tiefling became such a thing. Is because Tech Week, I love the chaos of Tech Week. I thrive in it.
It's the actual best. That's where the magic happens.
And
It becomes real.
It does. And the adrenaline and the feeling of just being on stage and performing and getting the live reaction from the audience it's so wonderful.
Affirming?
Like, as a very it's kind of self-indulging, but it's really fun, and it feels good.
It does.
And especially when you've put this baby that you've worked on with your family out into the world for everyone to experience, and there's no redos, and you just gotta, if anything happens, you just gotta power through and hope that no one noticed. And it's an experience like no other.
Oh yeah, every show's a rare event. That's the whole deal about being live.
I know.
It's one of the only art forms that you build up just to tear down at the end.
Oh yeah.
And once it's gone, it's gone.
Absolutely, like, in the most literal way. Like, as soon as the last show is done, we are on stage as a team, tearing down the set, peeling the tape off the floors, literally tearing it down, because it's done. And I know, at least, like Shrek was one of the most high energy shows that I've done, and I know that every night after Shrek, it was a process to come down off the feeling of the show being done. And each morning I woke up every morning feeling like I got hit by a truck, because like I was so excited, and then I would sleep and I'd be like, oh, okay. So, but I'm excited to be performing with a bunch of new people that we've never performed with before. We know a couple of the people that are in the first show, but most of them we've never performed with. And some of them we're meeting them for the first time through this show.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to see what happens with that aspect, and all of the new people that we get to meet and become friends with and perform with, build a family with. I'm so excited.
And the audience to learn how, to get a little back and forth with us as well, because how many shows can you keep talking through the entire show and not get shushed?
This is true.
You can sit there in the
It's a
chat.
mortal sin to do that in real life.
In the live theater, yes, Jess, that is not something you do. But here, it's completely encouraged.
Yes.
Spend so much time in the chat, and if our actors are not in the given scene, they just may chat right back at you.
I was just about to ask if you're gonna allow yourselves and the actors to engage with the audience.
Oh, 100%.
So,
Absolutely.
awesome.
As far as we're concerned, everyone's in front of their camera. They're already in places the entire time. So if you're not in this scene, mingle with the people.
You're not having to sprint through backstage because you're supposed to be on stage in like 20 seconds.
In whatever
you hear the
horrid
transition
footwear you're
music.
having to wear for your part.
Right? Oh, man. Oh. So, let's see. So we're premiering August 8th at 7 p.m. One thing we haven't talked about is we're not adhering to a typical normal weekly schedule.
No.
Finn, do you want to kind of take that and kind of explain how our show is going to start off with scheduling?
Okay, well, since every show has to be, we have to make the call out to the performers, we have to get our performers, cast it, make sure everyone's ready to go. You just can't do that in a week, or we can't do that in a week
Yes.
as our current lives stand. And so we are stretching it out to every 2 weeks. We're giving a little more prep to kind of oil the machine for this first show for everybody. But then we think we can get the process to where every 2 weeks we can turn around a new show to you, provided we have the performers who are ready and willing to go.
Cool. So we're going to be bi-weekly, every other Saturday, starting August 8th. Do we have plans maybe to add more shows if life allows it?
If life allows it, and we can, it's not even so much like if our lives allow it, but if our actors' lives allow it, if the stars align,
Yes.
then I think we would love to be able to do a weekly or more often.
Yeah, because we do have actors that we have a lot of professional actors, but we also have a lot of people who do other things. They're involved with other streams. They have real life jobs. And I know you two have big people jobs that
We
you
have
have
day
to go
jobs
to.
and families.
Yep.
We adult on
Yes.
occasion.
So, so we wanted to be accommodating, and also like not put too much on ourselves and be
Right.
like, we're gonna commit to a weekly show in
Well,
this
it's still
new
gonna remain
realm
fun for
of
us.
stuff, and we're dipping our toe in, and yeah.
We will adjust the schedule as the audience demands it.
Yes. So, probably my last question for you guys is, so obviously, there is not an infinite number of Shakespeare works.
No.
Do we kind of have a plan on what to do when the Shakespeare is complete? Are we going to circle back around and redo shows again, or is there something else planned? Do we?
Not only is it not an infinite number of Shakespeare plays, but to be frank, and with all respect to the
And
bard
all-
himself,
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, you probably wouldn't want to see every Shakespeare play.
this is true.
They're not all winners.
Nope.
The man wrote so much he had to mess it up eventually, and he did.
Yep.
So we probably will not do the full catalog, and we don't really want to repeat very quickly.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is introduce everybody to the show, to the platform, to our format through this stream. And as we get moving, we actually completely invite other creatives to share with us works that we may do. We may get permission to do. Shakespeare being public domain, we don't have to ask anyone's permission.
Yes.
We do what we want. Thank you very much. But if anyone has material that they just want to see staged in some form, we are here for you, friends. And we might even put together some original material ourselves. I know that sometimes when actors play around, rando characters just come out.
Yeah.
So you might see a little bit more
That would
of
be
what we
fun.
throw together when we're just messing around.
Oh, that would be super fun. That would be super, super fun.
And we might introduce that, mixing it in between scenes of Shakespeare at first, but eventually we probably will move away from Shakespeare to return every now and again, because some of his works are indeed timeless.
Yes.
But yes, this is starting with Shakespeare as our launching point, but there is so much more
Yes.
in the heavens that are dreamt in your philosophy.
Yes, we are very open-minded to the creative works that are out there that we would love to showcase. So, all right, I think that's about our time. Does anyone have any closing thoughts? Anything we forgot to mention? So we all think.
We don't have facial hair to do that, Beth.
I know, right? That's okay. All right.
I accept your beard envy.
That's okay. All right, then if we don't, then Jessica, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Jessica Skell. That's Skell. And give me a follow and I'll follow you back.
Oh, snap. Finn, where can we find you on the internet?
They call me the Bloodhaven Bard, and that is my handle on Twitter, at Bloodhaven Bard, BLUDHAVEN, the Bard. Shout out to my brother Dick Grayson on that one.
Oh my gosh.
We're a bit nerdy here.
I would call you a nerd, but we are all nerds here. So, and you can find me at RealBabsTheBat on Twitter. You can follow the channel in preparation for what streams may come. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/chaotictieflingatl. You can follow us on Twitter at chaotictief, TIEFATL. And follow all of us, and we're gonna be hyping this show so much. We are so excited to bring this to you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me introduce you to these wonderful people that I love so much and I am getting to do creative things with. And we will see you guys August 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Goodbye, everybody.